Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Darian Jackson. Welcome back to another episode of the 2 Minutes to Go podcast. I got my boys with me. What's good?
I'm Jax.
I'm Jalen.
And we back at it again. We got some news. We've been on a little break. AllStar Weekend has just passed.
Yes,
Had some
indeed.
nice little events over there. But we're going to get back straight into it. We're going to be talking about AllStar Weekend and some NFL predictions of our own that we got going on. Starting off with Jarvis potentially leaving the Browns.
Yes.
How y'all feel about that?
I mean, on Twitter, he was posting that he did everything for the city, and he put the ball in Cleveland's court to make a decision on his contract. And if I'm the Browns, you don't let Jarvis walk. Jarvis came in right away. He changed the culture. You know, he came in with a team that was winless.
It's facts.
And then you saw that speech everybody saw in Hard Knocks, how it doesn't matter like how hurt you are or what's wrong. You got to play. You got to step up and play. Like, we don't care about this. And he's just been a great leader overall.
Yeah, he's been definitely trying to push it.
I guess you try to restructure his deal, see if he wants to do that, but I don't know if he does want to do that. But I really don't see it benefiting the Browns if they let Jarvis walk, because he's a great leader in the locker room.
The way I saw it, I don't see them restructuring his deal. I think he's going to want more money, just by off the tweets that he said. Because like you said, he basically said, oh, I did all this. I gave everything to Cleveland. I gave my best effort in. When people put their best effort in, they want to get paid for putting their best effort in. Plus, he came back too early from his injury. He was playing while injured.
Which he admitted to it.
that,
He admitted to it.
Yeah, but he was playing while injured, and
Yeah.
he's still playing decent while injured. So he's like, if I can play decent while injured, imagine what I could do when I'm healthy.
Yeah.
So he's going to want to get paid for that, and depending on how much it is, it might not be worth it.
Yeah, it might not be worth it, but I'm biased because Jarvis has been my favorite player for so long, and I just love seeing him on the Browns, and I feel like he was a big reason why this team turned around a lot. But again, you can find other guys that probably have more skill than Jarvis at this point in his career, but it just wouldn't be the same impact like in the locker room, like leadership.
Would you say you would pay whatever potentially, like, obviously there's going to be a cap, there's going to be a max for everybody. But would you say, like, are you going to try to pay more to try to keep him? And potentially, like, you know, not give somebody else, you know, extra money or lose a little bit of cap
That's the
space
thing.
in
They
there,
also
like,
have to pay Denzel Ward. They have to see if they want to extend David Clowney. There's a lot of things.
There's
But
a lot of factors.
the good thing is Jack Conklin, he restructured his deal, so he went from making $12 million to now only $8 million this year.
So
So it gives us a little more money. Because
$4
we already
million.
we were
Right.
still like top 10 cap space, I think. So we have money still. It's just, do they choose to restructure or try to work on a deal with Jarvis, or do they go out in free agency and try to get Chris Godwin, which I've seen?
So my
But-
thing is,
I mean, Landry and Godwin, they play like similar, they kind of, but I just don't think Godwin has the leadership that Jarvis has, even though he's won a ring with Tom Brady and them.
the thing is for me though, I feel like our defense is more important to keep together than just keeping Jarvis Landry. So
Yeah.
if it comes down to it, to like where we can't keep our defense together because of what Jarvis Landry wants, then Jarvis can leave. I don't care. I mean, I would care, but I feel like our defense is more important at this point than our offense because we can find another receiver.
Yeah,
You can't find
That's
another
true.
Denzel Ward.
that's true.
yeah, facts.
And then in the NFC, we got Aaron Rodgers. Just came out and said that his announcement on where he will be playing next year, he's not very close to it right now, but people have been wavering out options whether he just stays with the Packers or he could even go to a team like the Broncos, which they were saying, or the Steelers, teams that need QBs, and they have good rosters around them.
Do you think he's going to want to change the new scenery?
It seems like, yeah, especially after the way they lost in the playoffs this year.
Man, my thing is though, there's always some rumors about Aaron Rodgers wanting out of Green Bay, and does he ever leave Green Bay?
Nah.
No. I feel like he's gonna stay.
But the other thing is Devontae Adams' contract is up too, so
It
if they
is.
sign
Yeah.
both of them back, then they have no cap space to improve the team. It's going to be the same team they've been throwing out there, which hasn't worked.
Unless
That's
you're going to trade, make some trades.
And wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, Devontae Adams is following.
Yeah.
I think he already even said that. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm going wherever.
But
Aaron
Devontae
Rodgers
said
goes.
he might want to play with Derek Carr for the Raiders because they were college teammates.
I mean, why not? Everybody would love to. I'm sure anybody would love to play with your college.
Hey, look
bro.
at Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Look where we got them. So
Man, that was actually pretty wild though. I'm sure nobody was really thinking about that.
Raiders, they're one wide receiver away from
yeah, the Raiders
being
they
nice.
need some more
They're
defensive
not that
help.
bad
I think.
though.
But on offense, though, they just need one more.
Yeah, their offense is good.
But they
Waller.
They finished 500.
No, they made the
fell under
playoffs.
it.
They were like a game over 500.
Game over 500.
Mm-hmm. They're like 9-8. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
So like with them being,
But they're
9 and
close.
8
They've been close for a while now, though. It's just been inconsistent.
That's
This
how-
year was just a crazy
Oh no, yeah.
with
they're down
everything that
for-
happened there.
You got people getting arrested. Weren't there like 3 people arrested on that team?
Yeah.
And a coach getting
The
fired.
coach getting
Coach gets
fired.
fired.
Scandals.
Yeah.
Hey, it get busy
But
in
who knows?
Vegas.
Yeah, if they get Devontae Adams, that could be crazy. But I think Aaron Rodgers ends up. I think he's gonna leave. I don't know where he's gonna leave to because I just think it's too much. I think the last straw was the Packers drafting Jordan Love in the first round. So he was like, "All right, when my contract's up, I'm done." Like,
Yeah, that would be like a slap in the face to me. Like,
that is disrespectful.
Why are you drafting a quarterback?
Yeah, it's Aaron
Round one,
Rodgers.
when I
Get
still
him
got
some-
me on the team.
Yeah, get him some more weapons. It's Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Like, don't go draft another
Especially first round.
Yeah,
That's very
that's
wrong.
disrespectful.
messed
Like
up.
4th round, I could be like, okay,
Yeah.
I got a quarterback. But first round, that means you have like the intentions of moving on
Yeah.
from me soon. So why would I want to play for somebody
Exactly.
that moves on?
And people say Aaron Rodgers is a jerk for this, but I see where he's coming from. Like, it
I mean,
makes
I'd be
sense.
salty too. I'll be pretty upset if I'm in a position and you're gonna draft somebody in my position, which either means you're either waiting for me to like get hurt and you just want somebody just as strong to be like behind me, or you're planning to kick me out.
That's what it seems like. So I see Aaron Rodgers' frustrations.
So
right there.
Yeah.
2 sides though. You're either A, planning to move the franchise in a different direction without me in it, or you're just like, all right, I'm getting old, season this dude, I'm gonna be gone eventually. This could be the star later on, yada yada yada. I mean, we got some time to plan out.
I think
He probably not gonna stay though.
I think he either stays or he retires.
Really?
Yeah,
Really,
I think so.
retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Just puts it down.
He's getting up there. He's contemplated it before. I think this time he might actually retire.
I'll give him 2 years. I'll give him 2 more years.
I have no idea. I just think he leaves. I don't think he's gonna stay.
I think he's gonna leave too, especially if you're gonna you draft somebody in the first round. Yeah, he's definitely gonna
Someone
stay.
else who was in the rumor of maybe leaving, he wanted to trade or something, is Kyler Murray. He wants an extension, but the Cardinals haven't really made a move on it.
Mute.
They haven't made a move on it, and Kyler Murray is a great player, but I don't know, with the talent they've had on that roster, it's kind of crazy that they haven't gone further than. Yeah, I understand D-Hop was hurt this year in the playoffs, but their roster overall is very talented. It's like a top 5 roster in the NFL, so it's surprise. It's like the Browns, same thing, but
I saw that little thing that he put out like on Instagram.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read it. That was way too long. So I don't know what he was talking about.
I saw those tweets. Are like, it was nice of you to say this, but I didn't read this at all.
It's like I'm happy for you or sorry for whatever happened.
So it seems like he wants to stay there, but the Cardinals aren't really sure if they want him.
They had a great season. They had a great
Great
start.
regular season,
They had
yeah.
a great
That's
start
exactly
to the
how it
season.
was
So
last
it was
year.
like, what was they, 7-0 before they took their first loss? 7-8-0. Like that's a great start to the season.
And their first loss was to the Packers.
So I mean, like, you can't be mad. I mean, like this was a good year for a lot of teams to have a really breakout season, a breakout start, and they had a really good start. And if you're still gonna have D-Hop, you're still gonna want to have Kyler Murray. I mean, that's your quarterback, still young in the game. Literally, just again had a very great start to the season. Like, if this is something that you want, you're gonna have to give your quarterback an extension. I mean, what else right now? This is a young team, a young roster, so it's like, why would you want to like lose the chance of?
They
not
had the
keeping
same
Kyler Murray?
start last year too. I think they started 6-3 or something. They were looking really good,
Yeah.
and then the second half of the season came around and it just sucked. That's kind of what happened this year too.
Sounds about Cardinals.
Yeah.
It sounds about the Cardinals.
Yeah, it just seems to be like the same story over and over. So maybe that's why the Cardinals are already looking somewhere else. But I mean, Kyler Murray is a great quarterback. It's just you don't know if he can perform all year.
But they're not having a losing season though. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
They
like
ended
they're-
up having a losing season last year.
Yeah.
But this year they made the playoffs.
This year a little different. So
D-Hop.
it's like, you still got in there. I mean, yeah, you were down a very good player. Very good.
Probably a top 2
Arguably
receiver.
arguably the best receiver in the league right now. So it's like, you don't really want to mess that chemistry up with a whole new quarterback.
Yeah, but my thing is, being over 500 doesn't mean anything in the NFL unless you win a Super Bowl. Like that's all that matters in the NFL. Like, oh yeah, you can keep getting back to the playoffs, but if you get first rounded, like, what's the point of keeping the same team? You gotta do something to adjust something differently.
Well, getting first rounded is like, you're one and done. That's more of like just this team today. Because you could have easily beat this team in the regular season. And this was just one of those games like they just outplayed us today. And this so happened was, one and done situation. Obviously, the team that plays the hardest wins. So with them being out, and then it's like, you know, you just wasn't all the way healthy. That's all. Healthy Cardinals team could, you know, make a deeper run than one round. So, I mean.
And then lastly, another quarterback that maybe wants out is Russell Wilson. There's been some trade rumors of Russell Wilson also going to maybe Denver or like Indianapolis because they don't know what they're doing with Carson Wentz yet. And it's surprising because Russell Wilson, you look at him, he just looks like a Seahawk. Like you can't picture him
That
anywhere
is
else.
facts.
Yeah, I can't
It's weird.
Jersey.
Yeah. So, I mean, Russell Wilson's a great anybody would take him, I think.
I mean, he just got hurt
Unless
in
you
the
have, like,
spurt of the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
When he broke his finger.
Yeah,
So it's like
Did something to tendon
thumb
and
or
stuff.
something. So like,
And they had a terrible season this year. They haven't.
well, especially with him not being
Yeah,
there.
they haven't been the same in a
So,
while.
Yeah, they have like a horrible offensive line. Like I remember one of Russell Wilson's requests, like if he got traded, he wants to go somewhere with a great offensive line and like a good chance for a playoff spot. And you know who that? I'm thinking the Cleveland Browns.
I'll take
the
Russell
Browns.
Wilson.
We're gonna take anybody solid, anybody that's looking to be moved, come to the Browns.
Yeah, that's really all we got for the NFL.
Oh, we getting to the league AllStar Weekend, baby. I'm not gonna lie, this was probably one of the worst dunk contests. Not
I
even.
think it
gonna
was
lie.
the worst dunk
I don't
contest.
think it was the worst.
What-
Last year's was horrible.
Who won it last year? No, Anthony
Anthony.
won it last year.
You got a 50 for blowing your kiss at the rim.
Listen, bro, you gotta kiss the thing that's giving you money.
He didn't kiss it. He blew a kiss at it. He's like, the rim's like right here. He's like right here. And dunks it. Like, oh, it's a 50.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think any dunk contest cannot get more creative
it's
than
just-
the Aaron Gordon and Zach
it's
LaVine
hard to
one,
compete with
and it's
that
hard
one.
to compete with. That was something about 2016 was such a great year all around. But even not only that we won a championship in
Yeah.
Cleveland, but like just a great year all around. It's not gonna get better than that. I mean, there's great dunkers, but what's a dunk that you have not seen before?
Cole Anthony dunking in Tim's.
All right,
Over his father, Greg Anthony.
I mean, if you gonna do a little time, come on now.
But
and Tim's,
Obi Toppin had
can you
good
dunk in
dunks.
Tim's?
huh?
Can you dunk in Tim's? Because I know you can dunk. Can you dunk in Tim's? Exactly. That's a good dunk.
That's
Obi
a good
Toppin,
dunk?
Yeah, that's a good. That was probably one of the best dunks that night.
Obi Toppin had good dunks. He just didn't, like they were saying, he didn't like
He did-
throw it down hard enough. He would just like tap it in. Like yeah.
They weren't like.
But his dunks were good. Like the first one, if he would have done it his first try, would he like throw it off the backboard, went behind the back, jumped over the dude, and that's a good dunk.
I mean, like the creativity is there, but it's like
but
I've seen better dunks on
Jalen
TikTok.
Green took like an hour to make one dunk.
And one of my things is though, I don't think it was the worst dunk contest. Might be my Cleveland bias because I think that was one of the best All-Star games in a while.
It's the
All-Star game,
yeah.
period.
The All-Star weekend that in total was a great All-Star.
Yeah,
weekend.
great
it was a
All-Star
good
weekend.
All-Star
But
weekend, yeah.
I feel like a lot of like the dunk contests, like it being good, has to do with like if like the fans aren't hyping it up, then it's not going to be good.
Mhm.
Like if somebody was like, even when people were like Obi did his dunk, like you didn't hear like nobody
Yeah.
going like crazy.
Look, I need somebody to jump off a trampoline.
It's just because of
do
our
3 front flips.
expectations.
Yeah, they were very high. I mean, it's a dunk contest. You want to see something you ain't never seen before. I've seen more creative dunks on Instagram, TikTok.
See, they need to add like NBA players versus like
I saw-
celebrity
Yeah, I
dunkers.
saw something.
That would be
raw.
interesting.
That would be tough.
I saw that on Twitter the other day. It's like have these
Or just
celebrity dunkers versus
replace
these NBA
it
players.
with the 1v1 tournament.
Or like,
layup contest.
yeah, like
Hey,
what's it
layup
called?
contest would be kind of cool.
you would think so because you already have a celebrity All-Star game. You might as well just have like some of those celebrities or
Miles
just some
Garrett
new
in the
ones to
dunk
be,
contest.
you know. He might break that boy too big, man. He might break it.
He would just do like a regular dunk, and everyone would be like,
Because he's a
plays in the
football.
NFL.
He's a football player. Typically, you know how they say football players, and they go to basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be
Probably
like,
not the
they
best.
say football
Try.
players can't play basketball, but basketball players can play football.
Facts.
That's what they say.
Yeah, facts.
Then the actual All-Star game.
Oh, that jump was lit.
It was one of the best All-Star games I've watched, I think. It was very entertaining to watch. You know, LeBron hitting the game winner, Steph Curry hitting 50 points, shooting
16th.
shooting a
Crazy, bro.
3 from half court and then turning around and it goes in. That's just crazy.
The game was real competitive and close too.
Very close, yes.
One of my favorite. That's got to be my favorite since the All-Star switch up to like where they did like
The
you
charity.
pick your teams, like,
Yeah.
and you donate to
The
charity.
charity.
Mhm.
That has to be my favorite one. That in the first year, but this one in the first year, they're like super close
Yeah.
with each other.
It was the Kobe year.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was like
That was a good one too.
that was a good one because I think that was the first year that they started switching to All-Star where it was like basically every quarter starts to
that
zero.
was, yeah.
And then, like, you know, they got to have, like, their total points because
Yeah.
AD hit the free throw to end that year. Like, that was a
I like
really
that
good
one.
All-Star game. Like, I'm talking about they taking charges and,
Yeah,
like, this
that
is an
was-
All-Star game for fun. No, you're playing, like, y'all about to win a ring or something. Like, that was a really good one. I think these last three have been, was it 2020, 21, and 22? Like,
Yeah.
these last three All-Star games have been really good.
They have been. I love this new system change that they did.
Yeah.
I remember people complaining about it, like, oh no, they got to switch back. Like, don't
No,
switch
I
back.
like this is a good. It's a good.
It's
Concept.
nice
It's
because
entertaining. And they actually try at the end.
And it makes it more fair because remember back in the day,
Yeah,
like
some
the West
West-
would be stacked
yeah,
and the
yeah.
East would not be stacked.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because I don't know, because you know how they say the Western Conference is always tougher.
It is.
So it's like when you really look back at who was on the West and who was on the East, the West got like the toughest. Honestly, had like the toughest people on there, and the East was like always like you know you got LeBron, you got Dwayne Wade,
Derrick Rose.
you got D Rose,
Carmelo.
yeah, when he was on the Knicks, and then when you look
Paul
at the
Pierce.
West.
Yeah, Paul Pierce.
Yeah, you might call him the truth, but I'm telling you, that man be lying, bro. He might be the truth, but he be lying. It be the he said now Paul Pierce. No, because that's when
Paul
they be
George.
having Paul George was tough on the East for sure. Then but then you got like
But yeah,
Russell
it's just-
Westbrook,
it's just
Kevin
way more,
Durant.
yeah.
Like it was lit, but now that they could just draft their team, whether you're on the West side or the East side, it does not matter. I do like it that way as well.
Yeah,
So
speaking of the East, Philadelphia 76ers with their new team. I mean, they just look unstoppable.
5th seed now. I'm gonna say they're gonna finish.
I think
second
they jumped
or
to third. I think they already are.
I think they'll finish second or third.
I tried watching a game. The amount of free throws
Yeah.
I saw.
What was it? The most recent game they shot 37 free throws, like Joel
Yeah.
Embiid and Harden combined.
Correct. Yeah, that's just crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Bro, y'all saw day one when Harden landed. He went straight in. He was showing them the step back.
Yeah.
Already working. Him, Tyrese Maxey, and Embiid already working on that step back, and he got blocked the first time he did it in the actual game. That junk had me weak.
But yeah, they honestly look unreal. Like
No, they're
that's
gonna
a
be great.
scary. James Harden's playing good again, as he did the other two times when he first got traded. He
I
just
mean,
balled out.
When he not hurt, James Harden
Hurt.
is.
Nah,
When he not off the honey buns and the donuts.
See,
like,
no, I understand where he's coming from though. You don't want to play in an environment that's bad for you. The same with like work. If you're in a bad work environment, you're gonna perform worse. But
Yeah.
if you're in a good work environment, you're gonna do better. So like the moment that work environment starts to get really bad, you're gonna be like, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna start doing things like halfway. I'm not gonna
Like
go
me
my
on my
hardest.
job.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go my hardest like how I would if I was happy.
But he gets paid, and he gets paid the big bucks, so
that's
he's gonna
why
perform regardless. But it's like it's one of those
and
things
you're
where
on
it's
a
like
team with
you only
you're
gotta do
on
it
a
for
team
2
with
hours.
Kyrie and Kevin Durant, so like
But I feel him though, because once one of the best scorers in the league goes down, Kevin Durant, and then you have part-time Kyrie, and then he's dealing with everything else with the rest of the team. I understand that if he's Saudi, because that's not what he signed up for. He signed up to be, with
Yeah.
all three of them, injury or not, but just all three of them all the time. And the fact that Kyrie couldn't play all was a very big factor for him. But even when Kyrie was with him, Kyrie is showing out. Harden is selling the bag,
I mean,
and then you got Kyrie. Then you got Kyrie thinking like, bro, you're not even trying for
The
a.
three of them playing together, I think they were 13-3 or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's,
Man, I wish we could have seen more of them. That team was.
I'm glad we
unstoppable.
didn't see more of them.
that's going. The biggest what ifs is finna be coming out with that. Like, have you seen their team? They'd be like, have you seen the people that these players have played with?
Mhm.
Like, they just needed more time. Like, yeah, what was it? Harden was really there for what? Just a year in total, because
Yeah.
he came halfway through the playoff season, and then only last halfway this season, so he's only in Brooklyn for a year.
Basically, yeah.
Still, next thing, Brooklyn. I mean, when KD gets back and Ben Simmons starts playing, they're gonna be.
And they're talking about lifting. They're talking about lifting that
Yeah.
mandate too.
Kyrie to put.
Kyrie
They're gonna
to
be
play.
because they got Seth Curry too, Drummond, who is not the best center, but
No,
he'll
Drummond-
work well.
he'll
in
get
their
you boards.
offense.
No,
Yeah.
see, Drummond is one of them players that I feel like he's just, I don't want to say he's underrated,
He
but like
shoots dumb shots.
No,
he shoots very
not
dumb
even that.
shots.
He's just a player that was like, when
Yes.
he was with the Pistons, not that. I'm saying like, so you remember when he was with the Pistons, he's like the best, he's the leading rebounder, period.
Well, I
right?
remember when he was with the
So,
Cavs though.
But when he was with the Cavs, he was just being big bro with a bunch of second and third year players. Like, he was sending like, I'm FA. I'm the boss. I'm doing whatever.
Yeah,
It's whatever.
sucked.
But no, when he's gonna play his role much better now that he's got.
Well, yeah, because he won't have to do any
things
scoring.
He's not
As long as he
gonna
doesn't
do
shoot any dumb shots,
No,
he'll be
as long as he
fine.
don't. Hey, as long as he don't put one of DeAndre Jordan passes, man might get
Yeah.
waved off.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of DeAndre Jordan, the Lakers are broken.
Yo,
Getting
this is
DeAndre Jordan getting waved.
And Philly's talking about picking up DeAndre Jordan actually, so they're gonna be even more scary.
Yeah.
Was he not? No, he was never over there.
No.
Is DeAndre Jordan even good? I don't even know if he's good.
He's not bad.
He's not bad though.
Frank Vogel is just a horrible coach and doesn't know how to use his players. So it's not even the Lakers are bad. It's just Frank Vogel's a horrible coach.
I don't even want to. Nah, I see. This is the thing. I feel
The
like you can't
Lakers are
blame
broken.
everything. You
Anthony
can't blame
Davis
everything
is
on the coach.
broken.
You can blame it on the coach. Though.
No, this is what I'm.
Anthony
gonna do.
Davis, the
Anthony
coach
Davis-
can't control Anthony Davis
Yes.
getting hurt.
So
Anthony
look,
Davis has made
If
a
you're the
glass.
coach right now, so you telling me you come up with a game plan. LeBron, do such and such. Malik Monk, shoot. Russell Westbrook, do you? You like you telling me if you go out there with a game plan, right? You're the coach sitting there based on you're watching your team. You cannot control exactly what the moves are. How am I supposed to know this man finna throw it off the corner of the backboard on a shot that he hit every time in Oklahoma? But he come to LA and he over here throwing up doinks and junk off the glass.
Yeah,
like
you can't control that.
he
but
missing dunks.
an excuse.
Carmelo
An example I
missed
use
dunks.
is when the it's all about practice too, and like what you guys do in practice. Like when the Cavs had John Beeline, remember that? Really bad coach.
He ruined Dylan Windler.
Yeah, he ran up to the point where he's injury prone now. He has knee problems now. But we go from John Beeline, forgot who the temporary coach was. Then we go to JB Vickers.
It was
I don't remember.
Eric something, wasn't it? No.
It was another. Or no, that was the dude who took over before we got Beeline. I think it was just JB. I think JB.
Was it
took
JB?
He's
over.
assistant coach, so I think once he
Yeah,
a deuce led.
JB Vickers.
JB is a way.
He has a way
great
better
coach.
offense. See, it matters about the coach, but it matters about the players too. But the coach plays a very, very important role, I think.
I believe that the coach does play an important role, but he cannot control the players that are out there. Like, you have Russell Westbrook. His name alone speaks. Triple-double machine, MVP, leading all-time, multi-time all-star, leading triple-double person. When you have a person on your team like that, you're in your mind, and you saw the team that he had in Oklahoma. The Lakers team now is better than the team he had in Oklahoma, and it's like, bro, you're not really performing the way you're going to perform, but we're not going to trade you when the deadline comes because we're going to see if we can figure this thing out. LeBron should
Or
not
just
have...
nobody wanted him.
Nobody, hey, probably nobody wanted him. LeBron should not be having to go out here and get 30 points, triple doubles every game and losing.
But you played college ball, right?
Facts.
So you think if you had a different coach, things would have went the same way how they went for you that college season, or would it have went differently?
I think that's.
I think it wasn't even my coach's fault for,
I think that's
for ours, though.
different. though.
The teams were playing.
It's
It
not.
depend. What if your
Because
players
these
are
are
selfish?
grown men.
These
in
are
the
grown men,
NBA.
though.
These, college, it's just kids.
Like for us, we
Yes,
had
there's
selfish.
kids in the
Ours
NBA
was
that-
like selfish people though. Everybody's like, I'm gonna get mine. As long as I get mine, I don't care.
they're
if we
playing
win or
for
lose.
free. They're not.
You know, yeah, we're all playing
Getting
free.
paid.
These people are playing. If I got Carmelo Anthony coming off my bench, I'm looking at you like, give me 18, I'm straight. If I got Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, y'all should be 23 plus points. I need you to get 10 boards. I need you to get your 8 assists. And LeBron, you do you, big dog. Like, you gonna get yours, whatever. I need Malik Monk. I need you to shoot the rock. I need you to rebound. I just need people to play some defense. AR-15, LeBron gave you that name? Yeah, you. Keep shooting. And if he's shooting up bricks, Malik Monk playing better than Russell Westbrook.
Not now. Malik Monk, since he's been dating Iggy Azalea, apparently he's averaging 7 points a game.
Well, you better ask Swaggy P how that was going. Because
Right there.
you can't mess with these LA boys, man. But no, for real, like, LA is, like, legitimately broken. Like, I really had them being number one. On paper, y'all look beautiful.
You convinced me
No.
to do it, and now I just look like a dumbass.
Hey, bro, listen, you and me both. I had them being number one. Y'all are number 9. Y'all need to be locked up for this crime.
Yeah, there's 7 games.
Bars.
There's 7 games under 500.
Bro, LeBron need to just chill out.
Yeah, LeBron need to. I understand what he's trying to do.
He coming back to this coming
dude-
back to the land anyway.
LeBron about to end up hurting himself the way he's
Yeah.
playing.
They gonna make him pull a D-Rose. Just believe. I ain't gonna say ACL, but he too old to be trying to sustain another injury. It's gonna take him much longer for this process. Y'all 9 games under. We're shattered. Russell Westbrook declined the expectations that we have for him. Went down the drain. Carmelo, you know what? Him being the 6th man or the bench player, I don't really have too much. You know, he getting his. But like everybody else though, it's not looking good. Y'all already gave away Rondo. Who else would give away? Who else they give away? Some Waving DJ,
Caruso. Caruso was probably one of the. They shouldn't have got rid of Caruso.
He's
picked
game
up
changer.
DJ Augustine.
Didn't they pick up 2 people or just one? Was it just 1 or 2?
I don't know.
Was it 2? DJ Augustine?
They got rid of Kyle Kuzma. But he's doing better now because he's one of the main options. On the Lakers, he's not going to be the main option.
He's an option,
LeBron
just not a
and
one
Anthony
option.
Davis.
But AD
He's
been hurt.
been playing like he's been a one option lately, Kyle Kuzma.
You
But
got to. Bradley Beal been.
yeah,
Listen, man,
he's out.
the Lakers really hurt my feelings. This will be the craziest thing. LeBron not going to be in the playoffs this year.
And they're still in it.
He will.
They'll make the play-in.
The Fine's still in it.
They're in the
They're
play-in
still
tournament.
in the play-in.
I mean, 9.
No,
Yeah,
they're
they're
playing
in.
tournament though, so they'll have a chance to make the playoffs, which they will. Then they'll be like an 8th seed.
And they'll probably
Who is
lose.
the 8th seed?
Huh?
Who is the 8th seed right now?
I don't know.
Probably like the Clippers. I think the Clippers.
No, I think the Clippers are
snuck
7.
in. I don't know.
Whoever the 8th seed is, it don't matter because they're gonna have to see the Suns again. Ain't gonna Chris Paul gonna be like, "What up, big bro? Remember last time 6 games and he hurt? It's gonna be 4." He gonna give him the business. LeBron gonna dap him up. He gonna get on that banana boat, call D Wade, and all them on the same team. We just gonna watch on the big screen on the boat and hope this time he get the job done. The Lakers ain't gonna win again, and it sucks.
Yeah. Then finally we're going to spread the wealth. And for our first game tonight, we have the Cavs versus the 76ers. I mean, I'm going to take the 76ers money line. I don't think Darius Garland's going to be able to play yet. If he is, he's not going to be 100%.
Yeah, Garland's not gonna be able to play. LeVert's gonna be out still.
Yeah.
I got.
Her Cavs team.
Yeah, I got
Sixers,
76.
yeah. James Harden. Because last time they played, they only lost by I think like 10.
Yeah, but
9.
Joel Embiid was just.
Joel Embiid, I think gave him, was it 50? 40.
He made Jared Allen look like.
It was like 38 or 40. Or something.
I think
He
no,
made
he dropped the
Jared
40.
Allen
He
look
dropped
like
over.
semi-Jordan.
I think he dropped the 40 ball on him, and he hit I think he shot like 16 free throws that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna
It'll
be
be
real
bad.
tough
I got the Sixers now.
for sure.
Then Bucks versus the Bulls. I got the Bucks money line. You know,
Bulls aren't healthy yet.
I mean, they're missing Caruso and
And
Zoe, but
Though they still play a big factor in
DeMar's
the
doing
success.
all this. He's gonna get tired eventually. Like,
Yeah.
Come playoff time.
yeah, he's
Well,
gonna be the Bulls. Everybody thinks they're gonna like exceed. I mean, they
Yeah.
are exceeding expectations.
They exceeded
this
mine.
year, Yeah,
They exceeded mine.
but I think when they get to the playoffs, they're only gonna win a round, if that, 2 rounds maybe.
It really is, yeah, because the East got real tough. Because if you get
And
past the first
I mean,
round,
DeMar's doing so much work right now. He's gonna be exhausted. I mean, he's not young.
I mean, he not old
LeBron's
either,
doing all
though.
this. He's not young, but
DeMar is kind of old for basketball.
30. He's like what, 31?
That's
30. That's not bad though.
For basketball, that's kind of old.
Basketball, yeah, that's old. But I'm like,
especially
he's-
doing that since you're like
and all the
18.
minutes he's playing because of their
he's
injuries
feeling like
and
he
everything.
probably at the like prime of his life right now though. This is like
Yeah,
this is
when
like
he
the
was in his
best
prime, he was
basketball.
getting swept.
This is like the best basketball. Hey, chill. No, he won't get swept. He was getting LeBron.
Yeah, no, I love DeMar DeRozan,
Yeah,
but
like-
I just don't think they'll be able to keep this up.
I think healthy wise though. he
And I
can
think
take
the
a
Bucks
back
are a
seat
better team.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bucks are a better team. But I think a healthy Bulls team could probably take the Bucks though, all the way. Not like in a 7-game series, but like
No.
In a 7-game series, I got Bucks over Bulls.
I do too.
I got Bulls over Bucks.
in 7-game series.
7-game series?
With everybody in the Bulls healthy, absolutely.
So you think
I
the
think-
Bulls, this Bulls team would have won the championship last year?
No, I don't think the Bucks should have won last year
Why not?
because
Hurt.
KD,
Teams was hurt.
my boy KD.
He should have had a smaller foot. All right, but that doesn't matter. I think the Bucks win this game
Facts.
easy. And then the Rockets versus Nuggets.
Nuggets. Yeah, we don't even got to talk about the Rockets. Ain't even know.
Kevin Porter Jr.
I mean, he
That
cut his
new
hair.
haircut.
That new
The
haircut.
KPJ haircut.
He might have to give us 35. We just gonna have to see.
All right, and then lastly, the Knicks versus Suns.
Suns.
The Knicks are a joke.
Yeah, we don't even gotta elaborate on that.
No, the
They ain't
Knicks
no
are.
even no talking.
The Knicks are just an absolute joke this year.
I mean,
That's
it is. Hey, you got any last little comments?
Go Cavs.
Go
Hey,
Cavs.
go Cavs. Even though we're gonna be hurt. Anything for you, my man?
Nope.
Alright, man, that's gonna be wrapping it up then. This was 2 Minutes to Go podcast. Where we come in here with all your sports. I've been your host, I've been Darian,
I'm Jax.
And I'm Jalen.
and we're gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.